We are here with the homies from Babe Farms. We're gonna be cooking up a bomb new lettuce that they're dropping. It's the pink Rhône Baby Gems lettuce. We just went to the farm yesterday, grabbed this beautiful specimen. We're gonna create a fun little summer salad. Look at the color on that. So pretty, barely any green. You see that vibrant, tight knit leaves all the way in through the core. Just like beautiful specimen of lettuce. Also this beautiful Frisée, blonde Frisée lettuce by Babe Farms as well. I love this stuff, a little bitter, beautiful color. I think that color contrast is gonna be really pretty with this salad. Let's break this salad down. So went out to the farm yesterday, was able to kind of walk around, build the salad kind of in my head with all the ingredients they got. Start off with this fennel. Fennel picked from the ground yesterday. I cut the tops off, roasted this in the oven. This is gonna be a beautiful fennel vinaigrette that we will toss the baby gems in the frisée. Some nice chioggia and gold beets. We're gonna slice those and roast those in the oven as well. This awesome celery root. We're gonna cut this and shave it into frying liquid, and this is going to be our celery root chips. Here's what that celery root looks like all peeled. This is what it's gonna look like before I slice it on the mandolin. Was able to get these two. Oh man, these beautiful pink ninja radish. Look how sexy those are. Bam. Delicious. All right, let's get into building this salad, you guys. So first up, we got that Babe Farms purple beet. I'm gonna peel this down, get that skin off. You guys got a mandolin, so it'd be your time to grab out that mandolin. We're trying to get these nice and thin. These are raw beets, so the thin to win. You wanna, you don't want a big bite, just a nice little grace of beet, accompanied by everything else. All right, you guys, we got that beet carpaccio sliced right here. Let's get into the next step. We're gonna take these gold beets and blanch them. I blanched these for about 10 to 15 minutes, depending upon the size of your beet. These are Babe Farms Baby Gold Beets, so these are gonna need a little less cooking time. We're gonna quarter these. That's the gold beet. We got these stripe beets or chioggia beets. Once we got those beets cut, let's take our roasting tray. I'm using a hex clad. I'm gonna throw all these beets in there. A little olive oil. I'd say about a teaspoon of red wine vin. A little salt. A little pepper. I'm gonna cover those beets. We're gonna roast these in the oven. Now that we steamed them, give them a little roast, kind of pull out some of that other flavor, give them a little bit more cook time. Next up, let's get into making this roasted fennel vinaigrette. Love fennel. One thing I love about fennel is that kind of that anise licorice flavor. I saw this on the farm yesterday and I thought how cool would it be to roast one of these fennels up, kind of slice it, dice it super fine, and not throw it in a food processor, just like a super rough chop. And then just have it be kind of like an organic, rough chopped vinaigrette that we're gonna marinate that pink Rhône baby gem lettuce and that frisée in. So I start off by taking one shallot, medium-sized shallot. It's half that. That shallot's chopped. Let's get that shallot into the bowl. Grab that garlic, that head of garlic. Let's use about 3 cloves. Quick little chop. I like to go one step further. I get all my garlic in a little pile like this. I take the side of my knife, press that garlic down. It really releases a lot of that garlic flavor, kind of breaks it up. So let's get that acid into the vinaigrette. All right, you guys, once you get that fennel all cut up and diced, let's throw that into our vinaigrette. Once again, depending upon your size, I would use maybe a cup of fennel, depending upon the size of your recipe. Let's grab some salt and pepper. Let's season up this vinaigrette. So we're gonna start adding some oil. I like to just add till I get my desired consistency of where I want my vinaigrette to be at. So you always want to taste test your vinaigrette after you kind of get your first steps done. I just tasted it. I feel that it needs a little love from my good friend honey or sugar, whatever you want to do. That fennel, it's delicious, but it needs a little bit more of a pop from some sugar. We're gonna add some of these fronds in there for a little bit more fennel flavor, add a little color, a little vibrancy to our vinaigrette. All right, let's take those chopped fennel fronds and add it to our vinaigrette. Look at that color, kind of get that texture. Next up, I'm gonna be grabbing this celery root. I cut off the top of it, we can cut the bottom down a little bit, get rid of some of that dirt and root lock. We're just gonna grab a peeler, just start peeling off all that outside skin. Grab your celery root, depending upon the size and your mandolin. You're gonna probably wanna cut it. So I'm gonna shave mine in half. And we'll kind of just shave it down on the mandolin like this to get some nice chips. And once you get those celery roots shaved, you want to get your fry pot. I start with the oil cold. We'll put the celery root in the oil. I'm gonna stir in my celery root a little bit, just breaking them apart if any of them stuck together, just kind of teasing them in that oil. All right, while your celery chips are cooking, I would get yourself a little landing vessel to land all that celery root that's being fried on there. You want to soak up that oil so it doesn't soak back into the chip, so we have a nice crunchy chip texture. After taking the celery root out of the fryer oil, you immediately want to get a little salt on there because the little remaining oil will help the salt stick to the celery root chips. Let's get into building this salad, you guys. We got all our prep done. First, we started off with those shaved beets. Perk those little beets up with a little salt and pepper. Now let's grab our dressing. Give that dressing, that vinaigrette, a nice little mix up. This is gonna kind of help flavor our beets. We're just gonna do a little bit on the carpaccio just to kind of flavor them, make sure that it gets dressed. A little of that olive oil and start seeping into those. Next up, let's take that gorgeous pink Rhône Baby Gems lettuce. Let's throw it in our mixing bowl. Add a couple nice heaping scoops of that vinaigrette. Give that a little mix. Let's add that blonde frisée into our mixing bowl. Mix that dressing up. I like a lot of body with my plating, my salads, a lot of height to that dish. I like the contrast of flavors, colors, crunch, texture. I like to play a big role in all that. Let's get some of these mandarin oranges on there for a little sweetness, cut through some of the earthiness of everything else on this salad. I'm gonna top a little goat cheese on there. The creaminess I think is gonna add nicely with the citrus, kind of play with like the earthiness of the beets and of the fennel and all that. Once again, big fan of textures. So when I was doing a little walkthrough on the farm, saw the celery root and immediately knew the route I was going. I wasn't gonna go crouton, I wasn't gonna go bread. I was gonna keep this a nice vegetable, fresh salad. So taking those celery root chips, and get a nice little crunch on that salad. And there we have it. Babe Farms summer salad with the pink Rhône Baby Gem lettuce, frisée, Babe Farms pink ninja radish, Chioggia beets, gold beets, baby blonde frisée, celery root chips. Let's dig in.